Okay, it is launch day. Hi. All right. So, to all my listeners, a formal welcome if you have not heard the trailer yet. But I am your host, Miss D, and this is episode 1 for Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. And here we go. So, I have a confession off the bat because I'm very transparent, and you're going to learn that and know it about me front and center in every episode. So I had an episode 1 already recorded, but in the midst of this quarantine and chill with COVID-19 ruining most of our lives here, we are located in New York, Bronx, New York, home of the Yankees. And let me just say, guys, everything looks like ghost town. I am working from home. Yes, I have a day job. I have a full-blown career in healthcare, 12 years in. I'm 34. I am a mama. He's going to be a teenager officially on Thursday. So pray for me, y'all, because times is getting hard. He's becoming more of a pain in the ass. And I am truly being tested at this 34th year of my life with all of my patience and tolerance of a preteen, soon to be teenager. But enough of that drama. That will come much later. This COVID-19, guys, it required me to just sit here and record a new episode 1 for you guys. Let me just say that with my experience and expertise of healthcare, I know there's ways for us to stay safe and stay protected, and just, quarantine and be very cautious of ourselves, of others. If you can't work from home, just stay home and do it. Why not? But at the same token, I am a human and I can't help but find a balance in worrying about what's going on and laughing at all the mess. Here we are bringing you the rawness of raw talk, but of course, the mess. Y'all, have y'all seen these stores? What has been going on with this whole paper toilet shit? I'm just in shock right. I don't understand why exactly we are purchasing paper toilets, but we are. Toilet paper, I should say, but we're purchasing it. These aisles are empty. I was just having a discussion today about how we should run one more time to the store and get necessary things like eggs, like cheese, like milk, water, bottles of water. But there is madness going on, and so for me, it's just at the point where it's like, okay, let's make something of this, right? So why not re-record episode 1? Because the hysteria is serious, and I just find it completely hilarious at this point. So, your host, Miss D, here we go, episode 1. Let me give you a little insight on who I am. I am not going to bore you with too much. I want it to be a full-blown discovery because if anybody knows Miss D, who also goes by the name of Daisy, that is my birth name. That is what my mama gave me. Everything is always a mystery and a mystery left to discover and to figure out. And so here we go. 34. I am a Scorpio. Just turned 34 in November. Yes, I said just because I'm still in the Scorpio vibe. Love life. Have been on this journey of peacefulness, of self-care, me times, gym life. I've been in the gym life for about maybe 3 years, I think. No, your girl, Miss D, is not all fit and muscular with all the right measurements, but she is much healthier in life. I have definitely lost a significant amount of weight, but I still proudly rep being a plus size woman. I do not stray away from that at all. I flaunt it and I am absolutely flawless at it. So there we go. Like I said, I am a mama. He is 13. You will hear his name. His name is Marcus. And the only reason why you will hear his name is because I'm pretty sure he's going to press my buttons, and I'm probably going to need all of you to just hear me out whenever I'm going to need to go on to a venting session or a rant, or who knows, nowadays these 13-year-olds are coming up with their own shit, and so I'm probably going to need some of y'all to save his life. Who knows? But what else is there? Healthcare, 12 years of a career. I do take pride in it. A lot of my family members, let me not say a lot, let me just blast them, both my brothers, always make fun of me saying, this bitch thinks she's a doctor. I don't think I'm a doctor, but I have worked close enough to doctors throughout all these years, especially surgeons, so I know a thing or two. And who doesn't watch Grey's Anatomy and swears they're a surgeon already, right? Okay, so there we go. I have 2 for 2 right there. But here we go. Life, NYC, Bronx girl, born and raised. Did not do so bad for myself. A lot of us are judged for being from the hood, and do we come out of it successful? Do we do something for ourselves? Do we make a name for ourselves? I consider that I have. Born and raised here, attended school here. Only with college, I went to the city. I said that with quote unquotes with my little fingers, my little fat fingers. But that was actually Baruch College in the city. And that was also an experience in itself. I made a name for myself. I pursued corporate communications with a focus on media planning, media branding, buying and planning, with a lot of marketing in it. And then I went on somehow, you know how they say you go to school for one degree and then you end up in another job? That's exactly what the fuck happened to me. I ended up in healthcare as a pure mistake. It was not supposed to happen, but it did. And so here I am 12 years later. In these 12 years, I totally did go back to school, did it online because I am a single mama and I did not want to leave my son totally unattended. And so I went back to school online and pursued my master's in healthcare. So 2 degrees later, student debt, student loans, the federal government screwing us over. Although I heard a rumor that thanks to COVID-19, some student debts are not being charged this month. So, we there. And I heard that they are, I think, suspending the interest rates too. I need to check my account. But 2 degrees later and 34 years old hits. I'm on a whole new wave, a whole new path, self-care, me time, gym life. It's a whole new moment. I cut my hair, guys. I cut my hair. I went ahead. This is the 3rd time I do it. Went ahead and just chopped the shit out of my hair. But it feels so light. It takes me 5 minutes just to do it. I have a little bob cut going. And I'm on this rediscovery journey, and I'm trying to figure out why is it that I'm feeling so bored, with my career, trying to make decisions on where my path is going with my career. I've had a few experiences lately, which I will talk about in later episodes. With these politics and corporate and people trying to cheat you out of opportunities. And in rediscovering all of this, I come across one of my favorite podcast page and one of my favorite podcasters. And I noticed one of her friends who actually happens to be a podcaster herself. I shouldn't say one of her friends, they're best friends. So let me put out the names right now. Mandy from Horrible Decisions and Carla Ramirez from Shit I'm 30 podcast. And there was something about Carla Ramirez, the way she just presented herself and how she lets you in on her life, her episodes, listening to her. I really related there to her. There was just something about the whole, all her words, all her experiences, everything she shared. She was so transparent herself, and she was very, very real. And somehow all it took was for me to interact with her just on a private message, just, commenting on a few things. And I started to discover a little bit more about one of her services, and just realizing where I was 12 plus years ago when I was pursuing my Bachelor's of Arts in Corporate Communications. One of the 2 internships I did was actually with radio and radio accounts, and I absolutely loved it. But when I graduated, I ended up in healthcare. And let's just face it, when it came to the media, marketing, especially with radio, and an opportunity there versus healthcare, as a single mama, you sometimes make sacrifices and you take the route that pays the bills. And that's exactly what your girl did. So fast forward to today, here my ass is doing all this research, trying to figure things out, trying to figure out why am I not feeling so passionate anymore about things? And coming across Carla and speaking with Carla here and there, little by little, I come across her amazing, amazing program to help you launch your podcast in 30 days. Now, let me be very honest. My procrastinating self did not get to do this within 30 days. Here I am balancing out work life, a full-blown career, daytime job, being a mom, a single mom, gym life, gym schedule, meets. It was just so much going on. So it definitely took me more than the 30 days. But the point is, it's not impossible. It is very possible. And it was in the experience of having her today as a mentor and realizing, helping me realize me within myself where my passion has been reignited. It was definitely in this world of podcasting. It was more than just getting to make a decision of saying, oh, let me do something fun, or this is my passion. It's more of the simple concept that everyone has a story, and that's something my mentor, that's who she is today, guys. And someday, and I promise I will pitch to her and we will have her on this show. It was about discovering, everyone has a story, and it started to come to a point where it's like, okay, Daisy, Misty, you are 34 years old. You got shit to say. You have something to say. So why not share it? Why not put it out there? Not that I ever need permission to share. I usually give unsolicited advice. Nobody be asking me for any opinions, and I still give it. So if you don't like it, just let me know and I will pull away. But otherwise, I have shit to say. I have a story. Whatever's on my mind, I say it, and that's that. Some people might agree. Some people might enjoy it. Some people might not. And that is just fine. But I realized that in having a voice, which is something that I've been battling for the last maybe year and a half in the corporate world, it has not worked so much in my favor, in the sense that sometimes being a, mid-30s, very assertive, strong, Latina in a corporate setting, that in itself is sometimes not in your favor. And so having a voice to add to that is also not always in your favor. In fact, plenty of times it's used purely against you, no matter how successful you are proven to be. And so with that, it came to Daisy deciding, okay, let's share your story. Let's share this story. Let's share the story of when it happened, when it was that light bulb turned on, and I decided, let's do something else. Let's go on a whole other wave. Let's get on this vibe. And so here we are. And it has been a journey and a half, guys. I have discovered that I can do things I never thought I could. I could figure out equipment I never thought I could. I can play with editing skills and editing tools. And I never in a million years imagined that I could actually put myself in this position to even start learning, right? And so is it perfect? Absolutely not. Nothing in this world ever begins with perfection, in my opinion. But it is a good opportunity to perfect your craft and to learn it and to improve in it and to grow in it and from it. And that is where we are today. I have had so much fun with this passion. This is a whole new passion right now, guys. And I have had so much fun just discovering it, just being in this platform already, even if it is by myself, because this is a one-woman show with a few guests and friends. But it's been so amazing just to be my own hype person, be my own hype woman, right? Have people being supportive, even if it is from a distance, not just because of the COVID-19, because we are quarantined, but it's the whole world of, all right, Daisy, you could do this. Now you're going to figure this shit out. It's the fact that I've been able through this new journey of my life make new friends from other states who have taken this mentorship course. I'm just like totally renaming it here. That's not the name of it. But they went on this journey with me, and they've been able to help me out as much as they can too with any questions that I've had. And so this is just a purely transparent episode, a transparent moment to tell you where I am today and to encourage all of you. If you do have that passion, if you are still discovering, just because you have reignited that passion, maybe you're still not there and you're still discovering where you want to go, what you want to do with this craft that you have, this talent. Where is it that your mind is going? Our mind races. It races on a daily, by the second, by the millisecond. It's just going and going and going and going and going. And here we are thinking day in and day out, what the fuck do I want to do? And how the fuck am I going to do it? And the point here is, in any of those journeys, in any moment that you discover it, in any moment that your passion is reignited, the point is not to stop. The point is to keep going. The point is to get it done. I have been a very confident woman in these 34 years of life. And this journey has definitely tested me for myself, looking in the mirror and saying to myself, damn, can you do this? Can you meet this deadline? Shit, I'm launching today, right? And look at the time that I'm doing it. It is what it is. The point is, we're going to get it done. The point is, it's going to happen. You just don't stop. You just don't give up. You find your continued motivation. Another thing that I learned is you are your number one fan. It doesn't matter who else supports you. It doesn't really matter who else is your fan. You're going to notice who really does or doesn't. But as long as you're your number one fan and you stay true to yourself and you stay true to the love that you have and that passion, everything is going to be just fine. So here we are. I'm not going to hold y'all to too much of a recording on this one because there's a lot of conversation going on between episode 2 and episode 3, and there is yet more to come. Remember what I said, Miss Daisy, your girl right here on this side of the mic. I'm full of mystery. There's always, it's just so much fun when you can discover about a person and when you can learn along the way. So why not have you guys do the same, right? I enjoy it. It's a good game. So why not have you guys enjoy it? So join me on this ride to see how Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast continues to evolve. Get to know your girl, Miss D. There's so much that always needs to be said. We're not always going to agree, but we can agree to disagree. And we're definitely going to learn on this journey together how to be very open-minded. And let's get this going. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for episode 2. And yeah, let's go.